and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight, more educating Dave! So, Sven, issue 19.
It's time to ramp up the Dinobots to maximum.
Is it? Is it a Dinobot one?
Extra Dinobot action.
I do not want to see Dino on Dinobot action.
You schlag.
I don't know what's sadder. I don't know what's sadder, the fact that you made that joke or the fact that I understood that joke, because they're both pretty bad.
Yeah. It's a bad sign, Dave. Bad sign. Bad call, Ripley.
Is it bad call, Ripley, or is it a bad call? Okay, come on then.
Here we go, right. Okay, maximum Dinobots, which is about as IDW as you get. Grimlock has teeth in robot mode. IDW era, so here we go.
I love the way he says stuff like that and expects me to go, has teeth.
Maximum Dinobots.
They're robots. I don't understand why they've got teeth to begin with. They don't eat. They absorb energy. They should have a speaker like Kit. That's it. What?
Fuel.
Energon?
Don't give me this TV show Energon crap.
Sorry, does it differ in the comics?
Yeah.
What do they eat in the comics?
Fuel. It's a sort of extrapolation on the
Okay. Last time I checked,
hydrocarbon-based fuel.
Last time I checked,
Which is impressive.
The planet was also a transformer, so they're not eating anything from the planet. So what fuel are they eating?
Well, you know, you've got to bear in mind that when they started the comic, Primus wasn't Cybertron. Optimus Prime was just called Optimus Prime. It wasn't a rank. All of this was sort of like put in afterwards.
You're telling me they're not eco-friendly robots and they're consuming fossil fuels?
They're from the 80s.
Oh, they're really consuming fossil fuels. Actually, no, I remember that one, the hydroelectric dam.
Again, cartoon series. To be fair, they did take the mick out of that particular episode in the comics as well. It
deserved it. It was a terrible...
Kind of.
Okay, so come on then. Dinobots.
Yes. That's Dinocon. Almost. Right, so, story so far, as usual with these books, they give you a bit of the backstory about where we've got to. And here we go. Grimlock, robot mode, visible teeth. Don't get it. Has the dinosaur really taken over the robot that much? I don't know. But to be fair, it's quite a nice bit of artwork to give him the teeth and the way they did it, because they're not actually openable. It just looks like decoration to his grill. Okay. So it looks like he basically there's a mouth grill, but it just happens to look like
it's got bling.
Yeah.
Which must look nice on the chromed version.
Now this is where they were playing with some of the story ideas for the Dinobots, which IDW and Dreamwave actually messed around with the Dinobots' origins, which also leaked into War and Fall of Cybertron. Okay. If you remember, mainly Fall, obviously.
Well, Fall of Cybertron, I know. I don't remember the other one.
Oh look, Scorponok. Nice. He's a headmaster.
I'm not going to do any of the jokes. I'm hoping to sail through this so we can get on to Discovery. Actually, if you could just turn pages, I'd be really...
Yes. Grimlock has tongue. I was waiting for a comment then. Grimlock has his sword out.
No, not commenting.
No, okay.
Not commenting.
Grimlock slag, sludge, snarl, swoop.
Did you know one of the Batman cartoons, when they animated it, they did it all on black paper so that they didn't have any ear?
Have you seen one of the latest Justice League trailers?
No.
Did I tell you about what they did with the composer?
Yes.
Yeah, Batman.
Don't make me stick my fingers in my ears and go la 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 during an episode of Geekology, because I'm sure some of our audience are doing that already. La 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 la.
Right, well, yes, here we go.
Are Moving along.
What's with all the cloned cars? Fascinating. As you can probably tell, I don't remember reading this. I've got it somewhere at home, at least twice, to my knowledge, but I cannot remember it. Which I'm not sure is that telling too much about how good the story is. I can't remember. What the hell is that Rodimus? What did they do to him? Or is it
He got primed.
He's hot rod at the moment, right, okay. Ha! He looks like he's gone a bit melty, actually. Mind you, you know, Energon's sword at the jack, so you bring up a bit of miff.
Well, yeah, that would definitely put a crimp in your day.
Right, yes, okay. The art was actually quite nice.
Yeah, I'll give it that. The artwork does look quite good. I'm not going to read it, but yeah.
Hello, Shockwave. Take note of Shockwave. You need to remember him.
I've seen that toy.
You've seen the toy?
I've seen the toy.
Have you?
Yes.
Which one?
The one that looks like that.
You're going to see more.
One I'm going to see more. Oh, we've got a masterpiece coming up. You know, it's my fault. It's my fault. For the last 2 months, I've managed to cram lots and lots of Star Trek into the show. Woohoo! He's going to get his own back. He's going to get his own back. Oh, I knew he was going to get his own back.
Hideously huge way.
I just forgotten quite what it feels like.
Yeah. I need to reread this because I honestly can't remember it. And I'm trying to wonder why we've got Sunstreakers and side swaps.
Okay, I'm going to go. Why are there hundreds of little robot cars? Seriously?
I don't know.
Are they micro machines?
No. The cars are literally
cars.
They're the Lambos. They're basically Sunstreaker and Sideswipe over and over again. So knowing Shockwave, he's probably gone and cloned them. Because this is the thing, this Scorponok's running around, who's also a scientist as well as Shockwave. They're going to be doing all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. As well as upgrading the Dynamo. So yeah, this is. I think my kids might borrow it. The moment they find out it's got maximum Dynamo.
Did the Transformers at any point try to upgrade human technology up to being usable on their level?
This is the thing, is that the Transformers as a whole were quite surprised about how quickly human technology developed.
I'm quite surprised at how quickly human technology
this is the thing is that
considering when we were kids, computers were glorified, simplistic calculators, all the way up to what we're using today. Does that not seem to you to be a little bit, what the fuck? How did that happen? Yes.
But you have to bear in mind when the Transformers characters were originally written, their tech specs and bioprofiles included things like machine guns. Yeah. There was virtually none who had lasers or energy weapons, and they were all physical things like missiles that just happened to have weird tech in them. So they were never really all that advanced to start with, and then we've gone past them with like rail guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they are still standing still because it's been like 10 minutes to them while we've gone through 3 generations. Because of how long they live. So you always got that kind of perspective.
So no.
No.
Okay.
Basically. But they've upgraded humans.
Yeah, I knew that.
Headmasters, Target Masters, Power Masters.
Yeah.
Deputy Headmaster. Quite like this artwork. No, stylised. It's something a little bit different and intriguing, should I say.
Yeah.
And certainly a lot better than some of the diversions we had, things like Windblade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was weird.
You did go off on one about it.
That was weird. Okay. Some wheelie sketchbook. That looks really good.
Yeah. So where does issue 19 fit into the storyline? What number is on the spine?
It is 40. Oh, number 40, you know, limited run, if God knows how many. Because I don't think it's going to be that limited. Because apparently they're selling quite well. Right.
Cool beans.
Issue 20 is Natural Selection, which I believe might be a bit Regeneration 1-y.
It just hurts me watching.
Volume number is 22, so that's Regeneration 1, certainly, yeah. Dazzling Sword says Regeneration 1. Right, okay. So this is Regeneration 1 issues 86 to 90. It only lasted 100 to up to number 100, I think. Bearing in mind that the numbers started with the first, basically the numbering started at where the original G1 American comic finished.
Yeah. You told me that.
Whereas the British comic went up to 332.
Yes, because the British comic just went sale through.
Yeah.
They had consistent sales the entire way through. They just didn't stop.
Well, what the worst part is, it was only cancelled because Marvel UK was shut down.
Yeah.
Which is really frustrating because they actually had plans for issue 333. And it never happened. It's like, Anyway.
Moving swiftly on.
Natural selection. So, yep. Technically IDW
Technically
era.
unnatural selection.
Well, yes. IDW era, but not, because it's kind of marvelly. In fact, it's rather marvellous. Me Grimlock.
Oh, they should be so ashamed of that colour scheme.
Why? This is Pfizer's the right colour.
I was on about the yellow body on top of the red race with the blue legs. That's just...
They're black legs, technically, and it's a gold and red.
Okay.
I'll have you know.
Okay.
Look, it's Schleg! Schleg!
That joke just doesn't get old with you, does it?
No, none of my jokes ever get old because I don't remember them after 3 days. Schleg. Action Master Grimlock. You know what that means, don't you?
If I say yes, will you pile through that book so we can go watch Discovery?
Action Master Grimlock can't transform into dinosaur mode.
Oh,
So-
okay, this is where the educated Dave bit comes
We've already
in.
educated you on this in the past.
Remind me why?
New Nucleon. No, Nucleon.
No, I've got it. Go.
Yes,
Yes.
went into chrysalis
I
form.
remember.
Came out, can't transform anymore, but it's super powerful. So super powerful, people are bubbling him to after death. We have a half knackered Optimus, which is, pretty much standard for the ball bloke
Well, yeah.
at this point. And there's Spike, who's now turned into a circuit smasher type, circuit breaker type character who hates all the Autobots because he thinks Earth was abandoned and Megatron stayed on Earth and laid waste to pretty much all the planet. And Spike blames the Autobots and Optimus for that.
I remember you telling me about this, and I remember at the time thinking,
Well, and the worst part is Spike transforms into the head of Cerebros, who transforms into the head of Fortress Maximus. Yeah, so it's all a bit Schleg. And there we have.
he doesn't drink
That's the worst part.
ever.
No, probably should start. There we have Sludge, Snarl, and Swoop joining the fray. Scorpknock teasing Grimlock and trying to. Oh look, yes, that would be Grimlock getting his
Now
ability
that
to
would be a
transform
nice
back.
toy.
What, a gold Grimlock?
I was going to do translucent yellow, but yeah.
What is it with you and piss coloured Transformers?
Piss formers.
Yes. Ultra Magnus was yes. Urine Magnus. What? You remember the yellow Optimus?
I
With the
remember.
translucent trailer.
I do.
Yes. The thing is with Regeneration 1 is it's really, 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 really good. But it's not as good as Generation 2, which it replaces. Which is a bit of a shame.
Okay.
Regeneration 1 is basically an alternative universe for what happened in G2.
Ah.
So it's very similar story threads, but they play out in a slightly different way, in a different order.
No, that's cool.
Which is fair enough, but for fans of G2, it's kind of a bit of a... really? Going down that road? I'm kind of hoping that, because G2 by definition won't be part of this. But everybody's hoping they'll do a special. With that number on.
How big will that run be?
It only lasted 12 issues in the States.
So it's literally one book.
Yeah.
And a thin book.
And a thin book at that.
I can pad it out.
It'd be interesting to see if they include the British material, because there was 2 or 3 issues of the Fleetway British comic, where they put in some very, very British bits.
Just out of curiosity.
And then just became a reprint of the American one.
Have you mentioned on any, well, no, sort of internet-based forum how nice it would be for them to do a special with that? Because, you know, you might want to start people that ball rolling.
Let me think. Did I mention it to the guy who wrote both of them? Yes, I did.
Yeah, mentioning it to him, marvellous, but has anybody mentioned it?
He is managing this.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
And I think, I may be wrong, but I think lots of people went and said the same thing.
Okay.
So with any luck, that would be nice. So there's Grimlock. I can transform again. Suck that hot rod. Oh, look, Galvatron's running around at the same time as Megatron. That's never a good thing. Magnus. Yes, this is quite a fun story. It's just that every time I see what's happening in it, I can see the G2 comic in my head, which doing it slightly differently, and it's annoying. Do you remember we mentioned the devil creatures coming up from the surface of Cybertron?
Yes.
Yeah, they're back. Yeah. There's Scorponok.
I like the colour for Scorponok, to be fair.
Yeah. I did have a toy for that originally.
But didn't they do a chromed version of that?
It was Black Zarek.
Oh, mentioning names to
Black.
I just seem to think I've seen a chromed version of one.
Oh, we had chrome parts, yeah, certainly. Yeah. But this is all quite cool. Just as I say, the problem is that G2 keeps sparking in my head because...
Remind me, for the Cybertron,
yeah,
give me a 2-player, can't it?
You can go online and do multiplayer.
How about System Machine Link?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Might be a plan. A few beers and me and you run through that game. Could be fun.
Cheers.
Anyway.
And me going, that's not Rumble, that's Frenzy! Over and over again.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah. Because of course it's based on the cartoon series and comics or the original toys. So we'll just go with those thieving sods that both have the ability to change colour.
Listen, I'm more than happy to listen to that rather than hearing people banging on about canon.
We do have it. Oh God, don't get me started.
Seriously, I want to kill people. I've had my fill of people bitching about canon.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't blame you. Dinobots. Some more Dinobots. Side order of Dinobots. With a little bit of Dinobot thrown in. Oh, and there's some Galvatron. Dinobots. Yeah. It's all fun. Games. Dinobots. Under the command of Scorponok, which is never a good thing. But then we did have this whole Scorponok Autobot Alliance thing at one point as well, to try and deal with the Unicron. I like this as well, where you had the alternative covers, which were 80s style when Hot Rod was this weird purple colour.
Cool beans.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. Grimlock on a star sled or whatever you call them. And then some mention of Generation 2, the original sequel. Yeah, that's the British covers.
Yeah.
By Fleetway, which is cool. And then some sketch artwork. Oh, One Piece, which is set afterwards when Rodimus.
With mini bots, I'm assuming, due to the size of the Autobot logo on the chests.
No, not particularly.
Go bots.
No. Go Botty. This is where Rodimus has... They're basically, the Autobots have wiped out all the Decepticons.
Okay.
Except that they don't realise one Decepticon's left, and he's a double agent within their own ranks. Who basically starts the war again between the Autobots. And they end up with the Autobots shooting each other, and the war starting all over again with just the Autobots shooting each other, and it's just like... lovely. So
you know, I would ask, but I want to go watch Discovery.
The idea is basically the war has so ingrained into the Autobots over several hundred years that they don't know any other way of living, which is the most depressing part of it.
That is incredibly depressing.
But there we go. Lots of Dinobot action. If you like your Dinobots, you'll be wanting both of those. To be honest, I enjoyed that. From what I remember of the Maximum Dinobots, it's fun. Obviously, it doesn't fit into my continuity of G1, but yeah, it's all good. And Natural Selection is like an alternative to G2, which is my G1-ish something. Keep getting them, they're quite cool. Just don't get them from Hachette. Well, from e-comics.
Well, that about wraps it up for him. We'd love to read your comments, so please feel free to leave them in the section below. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube, and you can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter.
And check out the Flickr galleries, because there's far too many photos on there to be just left there without people looking at them. And they're lovely. They really are. Take one home for Christmas.
Thank you for watching, and good night.
Bye.
Cool beans? He's good, right. Oh yeah, there's a game. Right, we are good to go. Oh, I can see enough of the recording thing to know we're good.
Geekology, the next generation knob. Shut it, Johnny.
Oh, not enough drugs in the world to make me more friend.
It's actually take one, ignore the clapperboard.
Ignore the clapperboard, yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Oh, my vain attempt at keep saying. Do this shit, then you watch Discovery. Do this shit, then you watch Discovery. Do this shit, then you can watch Discovery. Hi, and welcome to Geekology.
I has a new toy.
You know, it's my fault. It's my fault. For the last 2 months, I've managed to cram lots and lots of Star Trek into the show. Woohoo! He's gonna get his own back. He's gonna get his own back.
Oh,
I knew he was gonna get his own back.
Hideously huge way.
I just forgotten quite what it feels like. Much like his wife.
What would you tell me?